Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Alyssa Valenti, and I'm the Director of IT here at the New York Law Institute. And I will be joined today by our Executive Director, Lucy Kersey Gonzalez. Hi, Lucy. And welcome, everyone, to today's webinar. So now that I've said hello, I'm actually going to stop sharing my video and start sharing my screen. So you should all be seeing my presentation in just a moment. And let me know if you can't see that. We're going to get going and talk to you about everything that NYLI has to offer. I always like to have an agenda at these things so that I know what's coming up and what will be covered. So today we'll be talking to you about both of our ebook collections, all of our electronic resources that we have available to our members, our monthly instructional webinars, and then our executive director will be talking to you about our more traditional library services, including book loans, document delivery, and research services. So to start off, I'd like to talk to you about our larger ebook program. And this one is through ProQuest. It's our EBL ebook program. And through this, we're making available actually now over 160,000 ebooks that are available to you 24/7. They're all cataloged within our online catalog. If you were to purchase these outright, they are valued at over $15 million. To this vast collection, we also have access to ProQuest's back catalog of nearly 800,000 ebook titles. So what I always tell people is that if you don't see something that you're looking for in ebook format, please do send us an email. And if it does match our acquisitions policy, we can quickly and easily add that to our collection for you. So ProQuest aggregates content from over 600 publishers, very authoritative publishers such as John Wiley and Sons, Oxford and Cambridge University Presses, Palgrove Macmillan, and many more. And I'll show you how you can access that publishers list in just a couple minutes. What we're striving to do with this collection is to meet the ancillary needs of today's multidisciplinary research that's happening in law firms today. So within this collection, you will see titles in the area of law, certainly, but also in the areas of finance, business management, many different engineering topics, a lot of pharmacy topics, and many more. And I'll show you how you can browse around all of those categories in just a minute. Agreement with ProQuest that we can have multiple readers reading the same ebook at the same time. So you'll never come across any waiting lines with this ebook collection. Everything will always be available for you. No extra charge for borrowing our ebooks. It is a part of your NYLI membership. It's out 20% and copy and paste 5% of each of these ebooks. It does keep track of this by your login information, and I'll show you how you can see your usage allowances and the countdown of those pages in just a couple of minutes. Ebooks are compatible with most tablet devices, so iPads, Android tablets, Kindle Fire devices, pretty much anything you can get onto the internet with, you can read these ebooks with. And we do have some suggestions for supporting mediated loans or passing ebooks on to attorneys, and I'll talk to you about this in just a moment. As I mentioned, these are available to you 24/7. They are all right within our online catalog. You can read them within your browser. You can also download them for offline reading through Adobe Digital Editions, and you're also allowed to take them with you on 2 additional devices as well. We have multiple loan periods available, so you can just choose which one is right for you via a drop-down menu, which I'll be showing you. And just like renewing our print materials, you can go ahead and renew our ebooks by going through our online catalog. Don't have to worry about ever returning these ebooks. They will auto-magically disappear from whatever devices you have them on when the loan period expires. We actually have 4 ways that you can get into our ebook collection. So really it's just up to you, whichever one is going to be the most intuitive for you. I'll go ahead and briefly show you each of these. Probably the most straightforward is to just go through our All Collections search, which is located on the top of each and every one of our pages. I'm just going to move a little bit of the interface so that you can all see. So right up here at the top of all of our website pages, we have this search widget. The default is our federated search, our all collections search, which aggregates content from both of our ebook programs, our online catalog, several of our online databases such as ProQuest Congressional, LLMC Digital, several free online websites such as the SSRN and the GPO. So I'll go ahead and show you how this works. I'm going to just search for something that I might be interested in ebook format. I'll search for the Lawyer Bubble. Now you will be prompted to log in. I'm probably already logged in. I am. But because of the types of citation information from databases such as ProQuest Congressional that you can get right within the search results, have this password protected. So here we go. It will search very quickly and give you some search results, and then go ahead and search the additional sources in the background and ask you if you want to add the results to your search results. And I'll go ahead and do that. And there are usually 4 tabs up here. The last one is usually ebooks, and I'll have to look into why that's not there. Right on time for today's webinar. They do have these 4 tabs up at the top. The all results is the default tab, and you can just see what's available within our online catalog if you'd like. You can see just congressional documents, and also you could click into just ebooks. Over on the left hand side there are several search results filters which you can use to cut down your search results if it's a wide search. But I'll just go ahead and click into the very first one, the Lawyer Bubble. This will now bring you over to our online catalog, and you just want to look for the very top link here that says click here to view ebook. This will bring you over to the ProQuest side of things, and this will be the ProQuest EBL collection catalog record for that ebook. Right here from this page, this is where you can see those usage allowances that I mentioned earlier for how many pages you have left that you can copy and paste or print. You can see bibliographic information over here on the right. You can see a table of contents that you can toggle into. You can also see how to read the book online over here on the left. You can also save these ebooks to bookshelves, and I really like this because these are curated lists of ebooks. I'll show you what they look like. And go in and you can save. So here's my economics bookshelf. You can also forward this on to someone else by sharing the link to this folder. So what several librarians have told us that they are doing is that they are grabbing the link for these curated lists of ebooks and they're embedding them within the practice area pages of their intranet. And I thought that that was such a creative use of these bookshelves that I always like to pass that along. Also on this page, this is where you can grab a share link to book. And this is really what we suggest that you do to pass along an ebook to an attorney, that you navigate all the way here to the actual ebook and then just go ahead and grab and copy this link to your email along with your firm-wide username and password, and every firm has one. If you're not sure what yours is, let us know after today's webinar and we'll get it for you. But in that way, the attorney can just instantly click in and access that ebook. They don't have to worry about setting up an account with us and getting their own login. You would do that there, share link to this ebook. Now to the most important part, how do you actually read the ebook? Well, over here on the left-hand side, there is a Read Online button underneath the cover art of each and every one of the ebooks. If you click in there, you do get a 5-minute preview period where you can click around the actual text of the ebook, see if it's something that you do want to borrow. You would just click in here to full download, and it will walk you through whether or not you are on a public computer, and it will walk you through how to get Adobe Digital Editions, and then you will go ahead and select your loan period. That's how you would download and read an ebook. If you just want to copy and paste, you would do that here. You could just click this icon, and if you want to print, you could go ahead and do that, and it will prompt you to check out the ebook, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then you can print out current chapter. You can print out a page range, which is what I'll do to show you what that looks like. Or you could print out the current chapter, and it will create a PDF for you that you can forward on to an attorney or just print out. So there are my 3 pages. So that is the first way that you can access our ebooks. You can also access them through our online catalog. And as I mentioned, each and every one of our pages, we do have this search box. And if you just wanted to go into our online catalog, you could certainly do that by selecting from the drop-down menu, Online Catalog. This will bring you back everything that we have, both print and digital. If you wanted to just see what we had in ebook format, you could certainly do that by going into the advanced search, and then you would want to restrict your search results to media type ebook. And then you could do whatever type of search that you wanted. Search, an author search, etc. And then you would get just the results that we have in ebook format. And there they are. And then the third way, and this is my preferred way, and the one that I recommend to access our ebooks, is to go to our ebooks page. So from our website, mouse over the electronic resources menu item. The second one is ebooks. And this will bring you to a page giving you information about our EBL ebook program over on the left and our Overdrive ebook program, which I'll be talking to you about in a minute, over on the right. And this is where you can just search within the ebook collection. You can also get some training videos. You want to go through what we talked about today. This is also where you can access that complete publishers list of all 600 plus publishers that EBL content from. There that is. You can also see some frequently asked questions. And also, if you're planning to roll this out to everyone at your firm, we have developed an ebooks rollout tips page where you can access some more technical tips that you might want to forward on to your IT department, some suggested ebooks for doing demos, and those training videos and technical documentation that I mentioned. So that's where that is. On this page, this is where you can click in to go right to the EBL ProQuest portal and browse around all of our ebooks. This is where you can browse through all of those subject areas that I mentioned earlier. So let's say you wanted to see what we had available just in the subject of chemical engineering. You could see that we have almost 3,000 titles on this topic. You can narrow your topic over here on the left with these search results filters. But everything that you find here on this page will always say available and will be available to you. Something else that I really like about going to the portal page is that you can click into advanced search and you can do a full text search of the entire collection. So this will search through not just the metadata about the ebooks, but the actual full text of all 160,000 of our ebooks. So you will get some very narrowed keyword search results. And so if you're doing research on a particular brand name or a very narrow keyword search on something such as cola, you would see where it would come up in all of these ebooks. And the last way that you can access our ebooks is to go to our electronic resources page, which will list all of our available electronic resources. And the ProQuest EBL library, ebook library, is the very first one. And that's how you would access that. And so I'm just going to recap a little bit before we talk about those resources. For providing ebooks to attorneys, we suggest that you navigate all the way to the ebook page and then copy the link to the ebook along with the firm-wide username and password and send that in an email to an attorney. And copying and pasting, you would use the icons right within the EBL interface, and you could do that there. If you are planning to roll this out to everyone at your firm, please do check out that rollout tips page. Now I'd like to also talk to you about our other ebook program, our Overdrive ebooks collection. This is where you'll find the treatises. Within this collection, we provide over 100 Matthew Bender titles, over 177 ABA titles, and nearly 200 nutshell titles. It's actually the complete West Academic Nutshell collection. And you can access these Overdrive ebooks in all of these same ways that you can access our ebooks that I just showed you. So right here from our electronic resources page, you could access the Overdrive collection. You could also go into our ebooks page, and as I mentioned, over on the right-hand side, you will see all sorts of information about our ebook collection, including the complete title list. So if you were curious about all of the titles, you could access it there. I'll just click in briefly and show you what this collection looks like. So you can search the collection, you can browse by all of these menus, such as by practice area, by jurisdiction, by featured collection. The front page, you will always see the most popular titles up at the top, and then the most recently added titles in the middle, and the multi-volume sets down at the bottom. Do all of the same things with these ebooks as you could with the other collection. You would just click into this little triangle here and get more info there. You can easily borrow these ebooks by just clicking here, borrow. Now we do have a different type of agreement with Overdrive because these are mainly Lexis titles. We can only have one person reading the same ebook at the same time. So every once in a while, you might see place hold here rather than borrow, but I haven't seen this happen too much, so I wouldn't worry about to wait on a line for anything. So you can go to your checkouts here. You can also go to your checkouts up here under accounts as well. I'll just show you that these ebooks, once again, you can do all of the same things with these ebooks. You can read it within your browser, and I'll show you what that looks like. Download it to Adobe Digital Editions as well, just like the other collection. Here is that ebook. So this is what it would look like if you were reading it. It went right within the browser. And then if you were coming up against your checkout limit, which we do have a limit for this collection of 5 books checked out at the same time. We do not have a limit right now on the other larger ebook collection. But if you were coming up against your checkout limit or you were just done with something early, you can definitely return those titles early by just clicking here, return title. It will ask you if you want to, and I'll just say yes, and there we go. So my checkout limit is back up to 5. So that is our Overdrive ebook collection. And this, we also make available several Databases, which you can access remotely. We offer access to ProQuest Congressional, LLMC Digital, the Oxford English Dictionary, the OED. We offer NYLI for smaller firms with 50 or fewer attorneys, as well as First Search and WorldCat Local. And once again, you can access all of those on our electronic resources page. They are all listed. In addition to these databases which you can access remotely, we have a slew of other databases which are available if you come in on site to NYLI, and others which the librarians can utilize on your behalf. We call these our behind the desk resources. And you can see here, this is just a snippet of our page, which I'll show you in a second, but we have access to databases such as Fastcase, Westlaw Next, Hein Online for you to use on site. If you just mouse over our electronic resources page, menu item, you can click into the on-site and staff access page and get the complete list. Here are all of those that you can access on site. All of those which our librarians have access to and can utilize on your behalf, such as the Cheetah Research Platform, CCH and Teleconnect, the Practical Law, and many others listed there. And we do provide monthly instructional webinars on our databases, such as ProQuest Congressional, LLMC Digital, our ebook collections, and you can check out all of these through our events calendar, which is located on the top right of each and every one of our pages on our website. You'll also find here that we do a lot of in-person live events as well. We just hosted the Lagny Book Club event last night. We also have a graphic novel book club, which we host here at NYLI. And so you can access all of these right here through our events calendar, and you can go ahead and register. They're all free and available to you as members. And now I'm going to turn things over to our executive director, Lucy Kersey Gonzalez, who's going to talk to you about our print collection and some of our more traditional services. Lucy?
Good afternoon. I'm very happy to be speaking to you. NYLI is very, very proud of our historic relationship to New York City. We were founded in 1828 by the sons of Alexander Hamilton and John Jay, and maintain a significant traditional print collection, current materials, superseded statutes, superseded treatises. And we're very, very proud of finding that mixture of print and electronic. Think of us sort of as that iceberg analogy, that all of the wonderful electronic resources are really the tip of the iceberg of just a wealth of support that NYLI provides to the information professionals and the attorneys within your organizations. And it really is a depth of services. A recent survey showed that 97% of our members are satisfied or greatly satisfied. I think we really offer a great return on investment on your membership dues. We're a non-for-profit, so all of the dues are our primary source of income. So we are very proud of actually being able to provide this depth of service. Again, as a non-for-profit. So what is it that you have access to in terms of traditional library services? Next slide. I'm going to tell you this is how we also are working remotely. I'm in New York and Alyssa's not. So again, use of the technology. And if anyone has any question, please unmute yourself and ask. We also provide research backup peer-to-peer. We work with our information professional colleagues. You want to ask us a question, that is part of the service. You want to borrow one of our print materials. We circulate almost everything except for some of the rare books. Uh, we also have looked at our research statistics, and we get back to you within an hour. I'm a former firm librarian, a reference librarian. One of them has been a firm librarian, so we really do understand those stresses. We also have instituted something called Fast Track, where for a fee we will drop everything for you. And it really is a true circulating library. We're strong on international law. We're a U.S. government depository, so those materials that you might not find in ProQuest, the hearings, the congressional record, the congressional reports, we've got a way of also providing those to you, exemplary state practice materials, and we have more PLI course handbooks than PLI has. In addition, we spoke about those behind the desk materials, and part of that has to do with our licensing. We're very, very careful that we're doing everything to protect you, to protect us, and the certain vendors just will not let us make information available remotely to our members. So again, our members are nationwide now. We're really proud of being in New York, but we've got members from coast to coast. Your firm is a member. Every one of your branch offices has access. No distinction between us as to whether it's the head or the branch. So I think that's another thing that makes us unique. We will lend to you. So if you want to send a messenger to pick something up, to ship it to your Atlanta office, that's fine by us. We do not charge you for the loan. We'll charge you if you want to use our messenger service or use our FedEx. Next slide. So again, these are new member FAQs, and I just want to go over those quickly with you, especially those of you who will be handling some of your contractual relationship with us. Actually, there is no contract. You become a member for the calendar year. The dues go out in November. We base that on the number of attorneys. And if anyone's got any question about that, you want your dues number, I know this is dues time and you want to plug in a number. You want to know what that number is before we send out the dues invoices in November. Contact us. There are other charges, as I said, messenger charges, overdue fees, copy charges, copyright charges. We have a service where we do interlibrary loan and document delivery on your behalf, save you that time. If our third-party information provider, whether it be OCLC or the Library of Congress, charges us a fee, we pass that on at cost. All of these fees are available on our website. There is a page, again, where all of that is clearly stated. And this new member FAQ, if you wanted to use that to orient new attorneys, new staff, before our monthly All About NYLI orientation, please crib from that. We also have a flyer and a new infographic that we just developed. So if any of our members want any support in helping them publicize that we're one of the services that are available in your firm, we will also, for those of you who are in New York, we will go visit you, a vendor fair. In addition, if you wanted to do one of these webinars, let's say as a staff meeting, Alyssa and I can arrange that in a mutually convenient time where we could have that kind of meeting. Next slide. What's the best way to reach us? Of course, there's the phone number, 212-732-720. We're here from 8:30 in the morning until 6 p.m. New York City time. But I think the preferred method is really library@nyli.org because it goes to everyone on the staff. You don't have to worry about who's in, who's out, who's working from home that day. There is also a wonderful form on our website Whatever method that you use, give us the information that you would want to get from one of your attorneys or paralegals. If you want a client matter number referenced on your monthly charge invoice, give that to us. Give us as much information as you can. If it is if you've got a list of Lexis or Westlaw citations that you need pulled from the behind the desk version, give us those citations. So again, if it goes to, you're going to be out and it goes to one of your colleagues, all of that information. Phone number is great again to follow up, but I think the email or the form is probably one of the best ways. We do also from time to time close early. Like today, I hope that if anyone here's in New York, that we will see you tonight at the Lagny fall kickoff cocktail party. So we'll be closing a little bit earlier. That kind of information we usually post to our blog, and I would recommend that someone on staff follow us on Twitter or look at the website, because that's where we announce things like events, early closings, late openings, holiday closings, new materials, new services. So someone should really take a look at that. Next slide. So here we are. Here is, again, sort of your peer-to-peer backup. That's me. I was a firm librarian for many years here in New York before coming to NYLI. I like to joke that I liked it so much that I up here is the executive director. Alyssa Valente is responsible for the training. For marketing, what we haven't discussed are some of our technology initiatives, and Alyssa spearheads that service. If your library's ILS is based on the EOS platform, we can seamlessly integrate our catalog with yours, and there are about 17 firms that have done that. So your end user, your attorney using your catalog, even your staff member may not be aware that you don't own that electronic book. It will pass right through. We also have scripts for that you can add to your firm intranet that will direct people to the catalog to our catalog if you're not on EOS, and also scripts that are available for the major electronic materials resources, so we can coordinate with RefTracker and others. Eileen Dolan really runs the backbone of NYLI. Basic billing questions, go to her. Basic problems about passwords should go to her as well. When you onboard someone, let us know so that we can create a password for them. And when someone leaves, let us know, because again, for security purposes, you really don't want anyone having access to your firm account after they've left the firm. And we have no way of knowing that without you telling us, just as you would do with your Lexis or your Westlaw or other vendor passwords. Next slide. People that you'll probably be dealing with most frequently, again, are our reference librarians. These are the people who answer the phones and will probably be responding to those library@nyli.org questions. Karen Osterly has been with us for several years. Karen has her library degree from Drexel. We all have our library degrees. Karen was for many years before coming to NYLI an account rep with Lexis and Matthew Bender. So she understands and knows and has a depth of knowledge with legal materials. Emily Moog's been with us just about a year, but for 20 years before that, she was the head librarian director at a medium-sized firm here in Manhattan. She's also worked in big law. And Emily's got that depth and breadth of experience and knowledge of what it's like to work in a firm or a corporate legal department and respond to your needs. Many of our members run the gamut from AmLaw 25 to the single practitioner across the hall who jokes that his membership is, it saves him a significant amount of money. So again, we're really happy to partner with you, really to find that mix of of the personal, the peer-to-peer, and the electronic, and to really support your firm's solutions and your firm's needs to really provide electronic and print research solutions to your firm. But we're also here to support you. So again, if you want to give us some of your basic, some of your low-hanging reference questions when you're really busy, we will bill if something takes more than a half hour. We will bill at a low rate. All of that's on the website. But again, we are here for you, and we're really looking forward to partnering with you. And welcome to NYLI. Again, if there's any questions, I've got a few minutes.
We did have a question earlier. I want to make sure that I was able to answer it in the chat. John, he was asking if there is any additional cost for the staff access resources.
And that is an excellent question. We do not bill for the use of the resources. This is explained a little bit on our website. We bill for the number of pages that we copy. So we don't bill you for the cost of the search. We bill you if the search results in to 5 pages that we send you. We will bill you on the rates on the website for the number of pages. And some of that has to do with licensing, but there is no charge for database charge. If it's a project that takes hours, there may be a charge for our time. We bill at $100 an hour in quarterly, which is significantly less than I billed when I was in the firm, but we would never incur that kind of charge without your prior approval. I hope that answers the question.
Any other questions?
And to John's point, we're constantly adding, we're constantly looking to add content, and hopefully when you get your dues letter in November, we will have some news for you.
Just got a really nice comment that Karen and Emily are great. Thank you, Ralph.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a good organization to be with, and I'm glad that all of you are part of it. We couldn't do it without our members. So thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Thank you.